Hello people of the internet, welcome back to the Armbar arcade. I'm Nay and this is Heavy Rain. So last time we drove into oncoming traffic as one of the Origami Killer's trials, and now we are back with Madison, who was having night terrors of some sort that people were in her house last time we saw her. Now she's on a motorcycle in the rain. The heavy rain.
The atmosphere here is one of concern, as there is still no news of 10-year-old Sean Mars.
Ah, it's on the news now.
A recent report indicates that the police are now treating this as another kidnapping by the Origami Killer.
And ring the bell.
Hello there, sweetheart. What can I do for you?
Because he's not creepy at all.
For you? Anything. Feeling the register.
Filling the register. What sort of voice acting is that, man? Even if it's supposed to be creepy, it's like a bit too much.
Room 201. Last floor, stairs on the right, in the courtyard.
Pleasure was all mine.
That's for sure.
Haha. Oh. And we've come across Ethan Mars.
Sir? Are you alright?
Yo. We know this dude.
I'll call an ambulance.
No ambulance.
Why does everyone hate ambulances in this game? They're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna call an ambulance. No, don't do that.
Please, just help me to my room. It's number 207.
Have you got the key?
I hope so, because I haven't. So he's still injured from the car crash, which at least continues the story from last time. Was a bit of a serious crash, really. Going the wrong way down the road and flipping his car.
It's not fatal. But it's sore as hell.
Yeah, be careful, Madison. Come on. Man's in pain.
Your head is bleeding. It looks deep.
This is not the first time we've had to get medicine or some sort of bandages for a character in this game. What do we
Should
got?
disinfect his cuts.
Disinfect the cuts. Let's do it. Ah, the motion controls are back. With a vengeance, too. These are the slow ones that you can't do too fast or you will fail.
Thanks.
Well, that was a really sincere thanks, wasn't it, Ethan? I might just walk out of this hotel room. What would you do then?
Paracetamol painkiller. Administer in cases of intense pain.
Sounds about right.
Take more than one pill every 24 hours.
Give him about 3 then.
Here. Take this. It should do you some good.
What is it? Takes it and then he listens to her.
It says on the box to take one every 24 hours. I don't think it's a good idea to exceed the dose.
So he has taken 3. Wow, okay. What a prediction.
I'm gonna take a shower.
Alright, let me help you.
Help him take a shower. This game just loves shower scenes. What's wrong with it?
I'll wait here until you come out.
Alright, okay,
Let me
she's
know
not
if you need
actually
anything.
going to get in the shower with him. I wouldn't have been surprised. I mean, that's the way this game's been going, really, isn't it? Although she is spying on him undressing, so that... Yeah, go on then, we'll have a look.
Talk to me. That way I'll know if you pass out.
Or I can just spy on your naked body, you know? Same difference.
Madison.
As in the square garden.
No, I live in town. I suffer from chronic insomnia. I seem to only be able to sleep in motels. Don't ask me why. Whenever I get too exhausted, I come and spend a night
That is a
here.
weird quirk.
And what else do you do, Madison? Apart from fixing up strangers.
No, that's my day job.
I'm a photographer. I take pictures of furniture for fashionable design magazines.
Sounds like a lie, doesn't it?
Thanks for staying. I feel a lot better now.
Okay. I better get going then.
Such awkward conversations that this game manages to constantly have.
Be careful, Ethan.
It's too late for that, Madison. Oh, and now we're Ethan. Well, that's one way to switch characters. Time to go under the bed. Not like that. Right, time to get back to the trials. Got all these origami figures left. Gonna unfold this butterfly. Okay, looks like we gotta go to the old power plant then. He's gonna grab his coat and leave all the origami on the side. The painkiller's out. Ethan, what are you doing? You gotta be careful, man. So it's afternoon time on Wednesday. Norman Jaden and Lieutenant Blake are in the car. What could possibly go wrong?
Why didn't you shoot?
Sorry?
Well, back there. Nathaniel could have had a gun. Could have killed me. Why didn't you shoot?
He didn't have a gun though, did he?
Come on, you had a fraction of a second to react. You could have whacked me before you had time to move.
Well, that wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world, would it?
I'm sorry. I thought you were a tough guy. A street cop who's been through the mill. I didn't think you'd scare so easily.
Why don't you fuck off, Norman?
That little smile. So unnatural, but worth it. Gonna pop out the car.
Miroslav Korda? Yeah?
Who? He sounds like an MMA fighter.
Blake, I'd like to ask you some questions.
He looks like an MMA fighter. Did you just throw coffee at Lieutenant Blake? Oh, QTEs. Here we go. It was only a matter of time before the first QTEs of this episode. Oh. Nope. Don't have the same fate as Jason. Going through a flower shop or some sort of market. That's it. Push him out the way. Sometimes it's hard to spot the QTEs in amongst all the action, but we're doing alright. He took a dive there. They're trying to put all the serious music behind this scene, but there's a man throwing live chickens at us. Like, you can't make that serious. It's just not that serious, is it? And now some pig carcasses. Better shoot those pig carcasses. I don't know, sometimes this feels like a kind of detective slash horror game. Sometimes it just feels very silly. But this is one of those rare times where it feels like both. Oh, nice. QTEs are the only real plausible way of actually doing fights in this game because, you know, you wouldn't want to have a proprietary fighting engine just to have a couple of fights within the game. Maybe if it was like Yakuza or something, that'd be cool, but I'm happy with the QTEs it's got. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not the sort of only gameplay in the game or anything. Yo, Blake, what's up?
This time it looks like we got our Origami Killer.
Oh, we've solved it, have we? I bet we have. And so, of course, in true Heavy Rain fashion, here's Scott Shelby to round out the fourth character for the episode. This is probably the shortest time it's taken to have a look at all four characters doing their thing. Obviously, two of them are met up with Madison and Ethan, so I'd wonder how long it's going to be before everybody meets up. I mean, it's got to happen at some point, surely. Let's have a look in his drawers. It's the asthma pump. Wow, his teeth are a bit wrong, aren't they? A little bit of whiskey, maybe? Or a big swig. Whatever you want, Scott, I don't mind. And now the other drawers. That's his police badge. Wait, he's got a police badge? Is it a private investigator's badge, or was that a proper police badge? Let's have a look in his filing cabinets. Yeah. This is riveting gameplay, man. Oh, some files. I never would have guessed that'd be in a filing cabinet. Let's go in the fridge. Well, we've definitely got some nuggets. But we'll just have a beer for now. Obviously, mixing beer and whiskey, very important for catching the Origami Killer. So he used to be a cop. I thought that's what they were getting at with the police badge. Just gonna splash our face with water as you do. Give our neck a bit of a wash. Oh, hi. I've just gone all the way into, like, the furthest reaches of my house, so I'm gonna have to, navigate my way through to answer the door. Hello?
You said I could contact you if I remembered anything.
She's back.
Can I come in?
I mean, yeah.
You want a drink?
Yes, glass of water, please.
Take a seat, I'll get it.
Sorry, I've only got alcohol. It's vodka on tap.
Thanks.
Down it, down it, down it, down it.
I just remembered something. Maybe it's not important, but a letter arrived in the mail the morning Johnny disappeared.
A letter? What kind of a letter?
A love
It
letter.
was addressed to Johnny's father. I don't know what was inside it, but he read it and then he left. That's the last time I saw him. Well, I don't know why, but I kept the envelope.
No sender.
No, well, I mean, it would be a bit stupid for the Origami Killer to put his address on the envelope, wouldn't
Not in
it?
particular. Except the address.
The address?
It was typed with an old typewriter. Could be a lead, you never know.
There's an old typewriter on his desk.
I can't just sit around and do nothing while you're out there looking for the man who killed my son. Ever since you came around, I've been thinking, and I want to come with you. Help you in your investigation?
She wants to be our partner in crime.
The answer is no.
If you won't let me help you, I'm keeping the envelope. It's all or nothing.
I mean, it's not that important as a bit of evidence.
You're really something special, Lauren. I'll give you that.
I'm just a mother. A mother who wants to find out who killed her son. Are we partners?
I mean, he said no, so why he'd agree to it, I have no idea. But, okay, he's just got a partner. I mean, that was a silly bit of David Cage-esque storyline, wasn't it? So now it's Private Detective Scott Shelby and his partner Lauren, because she's decided to come along for the ride. So now we've only got to find somewhere with an old typewriter, and we'll have found the Origami Killer. There's a golden snitch on the gate. Is this Harry Potter's mansion?
What are we doing here?
We come to see Gordy Kramer.
Kramer? The bigwig tycoon from Kramer Construction?
No, his son.
You think maybe he's the Origami Killer?
Oh, her lines are so unnatural.
I just have a few questions that need answers.
Do you think he's the Origami Killer? Like, it almost sounds like English isn't her first language or something.
What a joint! Kramer must be loaded!
Yeah, just shout this in his party.
Shiny crap!
For goodness sake, Lauren.
We'll discuss Kramer's decor another time. I'm gonna go find Gordy Kramer. You stay here till I come back. Okay?
Okay. Just let me know if you need me.
I do not. So the first order of business is to get a drink at this party. Very nice. Down it.
Hey, man. You think you could help me out?
I don't know. What do you need?
Do I look like a dealer? Get out of here!
Get out of here.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Hi. Hey, I haven't seen you before.
Yeah, I just walked through the door, mate. How you doing?
Well, let's get better acquainted, pal.
Oh, you're my kind of guy.
I mean, this is weird. We're just feeding alcohol to a guy who's already drunk. What are we doing? Let's have a good hard look at ourselves. Now, why are you feeding alcohol to people who are already drunk, Scott Shelby? What are you doing? You're no private investigator, are you? You're just having a laugh.
Hi, I'm looking for Gordy. You know where he is?
I saw him a while back, but you'll be lucky to see him. He rarely hangs out down here with his guests.
Oh, really? Why bother throwing a party then?
It's a good question, Scott. Well, I mean, if I knew where he was, I'd ask him, but I just asked you where he was and you were like, he's not here, so that's helpful. Really helpful. That's not how you play pool. I like the sleazy music at this point. That's probably the highlight of this whole part of the game. This is where the camera view becomes really frustrating because, like, you can't really see where anything is.
Hi, I'd like to see Gordy.
Gordy hasn't seen anyone. Beat it.
Just beat it. Just beat it.
Here's Mr. Franklin. He says I should go up.
You talk so crazy if I shove that wall down your throat? Beat it. I ain't for sale.
Sup, Lauren?
Did you find Gordy?
No.
He's upstairs, but he's got two goons blocking the way.
Do you want me to handle them?
I mean, can you? Okay, she's dancing. She's giving them a dance, but it doesn't appear to be working. Maybe it does. Nope. She's pretended to fall down. Just gonna, excuse me, mate. I'm just gonna go around here. Just don't worry about me going up the stairs. See you later, boys.
This.
Come on, Scott.
This. Are you all right?
Come on. The controls are so awkward, man. There we go.
Shit.
Yep.
Another one's gonna OD on the dance floor.
Go up the stairs, Scott. It's your only chance. Well, cheers for that, Lauren. You were very helpful. Just gonna sit on this palatial sofa. Gonna have a little bit of a rest. Why is that even an option, man? Well, he's watching cartoons. That's a normal thing for rich people to do in their bedrooms, isn't it? Let's just stand in front of the screen. And no one is complaining. Hi. No? Oh, there we go. We've triggered the cutscene. Ha! No, he's too busy with Chicken Little.
I'd like to know exactly what happened to little Joseph Brown.
Beat it. You hear me? Get the hell out of here.
Bit suspicious.
A witness saw little Joseph Brown get in the back of your limousine. That was the last time anybody ever saw him. Now, I know you've been arrested and interrogated until your father made a little phone call and the file was closed. I'd like to hear your version of it.
Why are his teeth so weird?
Kid was lost. I just offered to drive him home. The police arrived, I explained the misunderstanding, and I was released. End of story. Nothing to get excited about.
Okay, so you're a good Samaritan taking kids home who happen to get lost right next to your limousine? Now be a nice guy and tell me something I can believe.
Very well. I'm the Origami Killer.
We've solved it!
I get my victims into my car. I drown them in rainwater. Then I dump them on a wasteland with an origami figure in one hand and an orchid on their chest. I do that because I'm bored, Mr. Shelby. And it's a creative and entertaining way of having fun. Is that good enough for you? Or do you want more?
I mean, I don't think we've actually solved it, but...
Get rid of this clown.
That was weird. Oh, okay. Bit of a QTE. Wasn't ready for that. That's it. Have a boxing match, Scott Shelby. That's exactly what needs to happen. Catch his kick. Kicked in the knee. Nice. Bit of a shake. He's got a gun, man. Be careful. God, he's enjoying this a little bit too much.
It's a dangerous game you're playing, Kramer.
Do you know who my father is?
Yes,
He
we were talking
only
about
has to
him.
lift one finger and you won't wake up tomorrow morning. You're the one that should be afraid, Mr. Shelby, not me.
They're not very good hired muscle if they can't beat one out-of-shape private investigator with asthma. So that was a weird little Scott Shelby bit, and now we're back to Ethan, who is at the power station, where he's been told to go by the Origami Killer in order to save Sean. So yeah, the plot's moving forwards. Whether or not it makes sense is up to whether or not you think like David Cage. Most of us don't. Gonna do a bit of urban exploring. If we can get in anyway. How about here? Right, time for a bit of urban exploring. Oh, there's some electricity down there. That looks really safe. Ah, there's a gap in the barbed wire fence. Better go through there. Danger, high voltage. Keep out. What does that mean?
Danger, danger. High voltage.
Also, if it's an old power plant, should it even still have electricity running through it? Like, if it's abandoned, it wouldn't have electricity going through it, would it? Oh, well, we're bleeding again, so that's something that has happened. And here's a door with a butterfly next to it. Just like the origami butterfly, we unfolded to find the address of this place. I love how Ethan just unquestioningly is walking through this old power plant like, yeah, this is what the Origami Killer wants me to do. Like, he's the only guy that can solve these cryptic things. Everyone else has just had their, like, the letters and their kids killed, and they're like, well, I don't understand. Like, there was an address, but I went there was just an old power station. I didn't dive in. In we go. This is certainly not going to end in disaster. Oh no, we've been locked in. It's like the Crystal Maze. This is no joke, a part of the game. You just have to tread through darkness in a tunnel Through broken glass, is that? Well, suppose we better go through the broken glass, eh? Look away now if this is making you feel uncomfortable, because
Glass. Broken
there's going to be a lot of this.
Sharp as a razor. Impossible to go back. I'm gonna have to crawl through it, slowly, so I don't tear up my arms.
It's like the Saw films. Here we go, we're going to light up another match.
The match flame. It indicates where the fresh air comes from. All I have to do is follow the wind.
Several hours of crawling through broken glass later.
Rats. Charming. If they got in, then maybe I can
I
get
hope
out.
you can get out, otherwise you're going to be stuck here forever. Oh, what a silly thing to say. Oh yeah, maybe I can get out. I mean, he's going to be in no fit state to do the last 3 trials if this is how he is on the second trial. Right, we've turned the brightness up so that it's actually far too bright, but it is going to help us in terms of actually being able to see what we're doing. Getting a bit of bloody screen so real there. But there's some light. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A dead end. I'm gonna die in here if I don't find a way out.
That's
soon.
not... There's light. But the match said to... Oh, come on, man. Oh, look, there's some light at the end of the tunnel. We've actually made it. This took about 15 minutes to do. Like, I've cut this down. It was honestly... It's not even gameplay, really. It's just like, I'll solve this puzzle, sort of. But we made it far too dark so you can't see what's going on. Hooray! I mean, it's a bit contrived, isn't it? He looks at like a little tunnel going downwards and he thinks, you know what? I have no choice now. Now I've crawled through all this glass in this disused power plant. Maybe I should just go down this water slide, you know, that's conveniently here. If the Origami Killer hadn't set this up, he'd just be going down into who knows where. Luckily, it's a video game, so he's going to be alright, but otherwise, Ethan Mars is just an idiot, man. Try not to get electrocuted, mate. If you can help it. Caution, risk of electric shock. You think? I mean, like I said before, this is like an old power plant, right? So nothing should be working. In old power plants, they don't just leave them on. So that door says coward on it, so I'm assuming we shouldn't go through the coward door. There's no electricity passing through there, so we're going to go through this bit. Yeah, just... I mean... He's brave, but he's stupid. He's got equal quantities of both. Really brave, really stupid. Ethan Mars, the urban explorer. So it's like a little puzzle. We've got to find the bits that aren't horrendously sparking and arcing and go through them. Oh, there's so many buttons to hold in sequence. Come on, David Cage. How many fingers do you think I've got? So this next bit here is sparking and arcing. So don't turn to face it. You don't want to go through that bit, mate. That's going to get you killed. The problem with this is it's like a puzzle, but it's really obvious because you have to go through where there's no sparking and arcing. But because it's so obvious, it just feels really contrived and kind of boring. Like, oh, press all of these buttons once you get to a bit that isn't sparking. Is that sparking? It might be. I don't know. Let's try not to get killed, obviously. Oh, well that was a bit electrical, actually. We're not having that good of a time with that bit. Let's have a little look. Yeah, we should go through the bit that isn't. Or is that electrified? I can't tell. In terms of enjoying myself in this segment, I have not been enjoying myself at all, really. It's just been stupid. However, we are now the other side. Although he's about to walk into it because of the stupid walking controls. That said, we've made it to the butterfly. Wait, that's the cat. Oh, you're kidding me. No, you're kidding. We haven't just come back out. We have not just come back out. No way.
2 very boring minutes later.
Right, there he goes. Now that took far longer than it should have because it was confusing. The camera angles are terrible in this game. Like, we went back out before we actually got all the way through, and it's just not an enjoyable gameplay sequence. Like, hold down these buttons, solve a really simple puzzle that's confused by massive camera angle changes and everything. Let's have another look at Sean almost drowning. Sorry, mate. Sorry you're almost drowning. I've just gone through a maze of electrics to see this small video of you almost drowning and to reveal 3 more letters. David Cage, I will find you and I will end you. How's he going to get out? Is he going to have to go all the way back through that? Or is there conveniently an exit right near where he's gone all the way down into the depths? Well, that's going to just about do it for this episode of Heavy Rain. If you like this episode, leave a like. If you're new here in the Armbar Arcade, subscribe. Leave in the comments the most unenjoyable missions in video games. Like, that was just stupid. Can you think of any more? If you can, leave them down in the comments, and I will see you next time in the Armbar Arcade.